Gary, did you see the new Top Gun?
No, but I'm going to.
Did you see the new
I haven't
Top Gun?
seen it yet.
What are we doing with our lives, man?
Absolutely nothing.
All right, here's the deal. We got a Long Beach local here that his roots run so deep in this game. And you know what? We're going to let him introduce himself to you. My man, Just, what's going on?
What's up, man? How are you?
Please introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Justin ARIAS. This is my 66 El Camino. Just got it running in January of this year, so it's pretty fresh. It's a tribute car to my late grandfather. His name was Nick ARIAS Jr. And
my condolences, Grandpa's rock.
Now, this is super unique because there's some real funky stuff going on here. So can you just give us the quick rundown on what the hell's happening? Don't touch the paint!
Sorry, I didn't
Hands
touch
off
it. I
the
wasn't touching the paint.
merchandise!
it's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll try to make it short. So it's a 406 cubic inch LS-based Hemi. Cylinder heads were manufactured by ARIAS and Gardena, and they came out in about 2009. They're originally for like an LQ9, like a 6-liter iron truck block. But if you look at it from the outside, it looks like a small block Chevy. The block is made by World Product, and it's called the Motown 2 LS, made by a guy named Bill Mitchell. And it's a hybrid in between a small block and an LS. So it's like a 400 small block underneath, pan, timing cover, water pump, bell housing, everything, except the deck height and the head bolt pattern is LS, so it's a hybrid. So if you have an old Chevy, you want to put that block in it, it'll take LS3 heads and they flow much better. So
what kind of like cam does it use as far as like is it use like something that would be based off a small block or an LS?
Both. Whoa. It's the core is a small block Chevy core because it's got a gear for the mag. But the low pattern, the firing order is LS, but it's got all the journals, the diameter of everything small block Chevy. So it's a one-off cam. It's a solid roller. It's made by a guy named Donnie Johansson from Howard's Cams. He's blacked out.
What is this, the strainer of a frying pan you got there?
That's the grease thing, you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm used to frying fish, so you put that joint on there and you be good.
Yeah, it's an old fly eye. It's made by Cal Custom. They're made in the 60s.
How the hell did you manage to make something so old look new old?
This
is
new old.
It took me a lot of time to do
I'm so confused on like the size of this head.
Also, like, I'm pretty sure LSs don't have like a fuel pump provision.
They don't, no. So that's all that world block. So it takes everything that a small block would. The bell housing, fuel pump, water pump, everything's all small block based except it takes an LS head.
It even looks like it mounts an LS starter, huh?
It does. And motor mounts it. It's got a dual motor, the bolt pattern for the motor mount.
This is so weird.
Yeah, man.
I'm so confused.
So you got the OG style. What kind of power does this make? Let's just like get straight to that.
On gas, it made 678 horse, 633 foot-pounds at like 6,100. So clear sign that it just needs more camshaft.
Is this an 8.3?
No. This is a 406.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty small.
Yeah, fairly
So-
small.
11-to-1 compression, solid roller. It only has like 580 at the valve. It's a single pattern cam. It's relatively tame for the power that it made. It's all in the port design. Obviously you notice the heads are really huge.
Right.
That has a lot to do with the rocker assembly, but also the intake port and the angle of it and the size. You can almost fit your fist in
wait, put a hand up against that so you can kind of see.
I got some bear paws. There
Okay,
you go.
so Gary has a gigantic palm, and you can see, I wish we had
They're pretty big.
Go pick up a stock and LS that's in there and just carry it out here.
Yeah, I'll be back.
The world's bigger car. Now, this, you had to like modify this intake manifold to
Yeah, I did.
fit this, right?
So the manifold originally is a Victor Jr. for an LS3, and then both flanges were cut off, and then these were made like a CNC for the ARIAS head only, and then they were all TIG welded like each around every runner. And I didn't really like the look, so I got a carbide burr and a die grinder, and I blended every single weld. And then I got a pneumatic, like a needle scaler, and I had it blasted, so kind of make it like a one-piece.
So, okay, basically what he's saying is you could basically go to any auto parts store and find stuff for this.
Yeah, absolutly.
Okay,
So you basically don't break it.
Absolutely, yeah. I baby this thing.
So you've made most every single part for this.
Quite a few.
There's a lot of one-off parts.
Yeah, for sure.
By the way, what is this?
Gold leaf?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Big old school.
Yeah. Like a lot of dragsters and funny cars back in the 60s and 70s, pretty common gold leaf lettering and stuff.
Is that?
Gotcha.
Wow, those are ceramic.
Yeah, those are porcelain insulators from a
I'm sorry,
392
porcelain.
Chrysler Hemi.
Excuse me. Excuse me. No, hey.
Toilet in your motor.
got them toilet plugs. So everything else though is pretty period correct. I mean, right? I mean, like you got a 4-speed in there.
Yeah.
This is clean as.
Thank you. So these are 66 GTO buckets, 1-year only seats, custom steering column, 4-speed Hurst shifter.
And of course, you got the footprint high beam. Respect.
This tack was actually in one of my dad's dragsters. He had an Arias 8-liter in that. This same engine actually.
Nice. So, what class is your dad running in?
I think Comp Eliminator.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't know what that is, can you explain that?
There's a few different cars that can run in those classes, but his particular car was a Tuttle chassis front engine dragster that had an injected Arias 8.3 liter Hemi.
So, when you hear front engine dragster, the only thing I can think about is sitting on the pumpkin with an engine in front of you that sometimes likes to explode. So a lot of dudes lost legs and nut sacks, and
That's actually really true, man.
Can we fire this up so we can hear what this thing sounds like?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you notice the big slicky boys?
Oh, I did. Is that a bias-ply?
Yeah, they both are.
Man, you got the strange axles, but you got the OG sticker.
Yeah.
That's
Not a lot of people notice that actually. I made a steel plate for the counterbore and the flange, and got the OG stickers. And
Thank God Zach is here for this episode.
I mean, honestly, John Chase should be the one that's here, but he would nerd out so hard that this episode would be 9 hours long.
We don't
have
care.
to do it. So it needs more cam.
a little bit.
You know, it sounds really mellow. What kind of like mufflers do you run on this thing?
Quarter glass packs. They're 3-inch quarters.
Is there any crossover in the exhaust?
No, nothing straight back.
So we're gonna mount you up because I mean, obviously, we're here. We're gonna do some burnouts from Nino. We're not gonna scumbag you into wheeling this thing around and trying to, you know, basically.
Just do what your grandpa would want you to do.
Yeah.
And all due respect.
Perfect. Yeah, I will.
You want it.
Exactly. This man is on a bias-ply slick with a car that's mostly one-off parts. We're not gonna be dicks, all right? But you know what? I'm pretty sure it can do a pretty fat burnout.
What are you doing, Zach?
Well, we're gonna put a little water down for these those bias-ply slicks so we can, you know.
Let her eat.
Yeah, we're gonna let her eat. We do
Not
care.
the motor, but the bell housing, the trans, the rear end, they're all from the 60s, so I don't have the heart to break them or the money to fix them, really.
Sounds sick.
It
doesn't sound like your typical LS.
No, not at all. Not even close.
The thing about this is he's feeling it. He's gonna do something again without us asking.
Oh yeah.
His grandpa's running through his veins right now. I can feel it.
That's a car.
It likes the water.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Sounds nasty.
Thank you.
You want to hit another one, or are you good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Appreciate you, dog. Thanks for coming out, man. That's right.
The grass.
That's Long Beach. That is straight Long Beach saltwater.
It's a puddle. He's gonna be straight.
That's all right. That's all right.